So hello everybody, happy to see you all here. So our session today, or if we can call it a quickie session, is mainly about some essential or must-know terms for developer. Those terms are mainly related to tech entrepreneurship, business, sales, finance, and other related stuff. So what I might advise you here is the best thing you can done is to open your phones, open your notes, and write down every term that might be strange for you, so you can look forward it later. So I will try to define as much as possible of terms I can do, but there is like 50 terms, so the session will not be sufficient to present all the terms, but I will try to drop all the terms and define the maximum possible of terms. So better to avoid introduction, so we can gain time. So my name is Abu Said. I'm serial digital entrepreneur and I'm working on multiple stuff. So let's start firstly by the first term, which is acquisition. So acquisition is a business transaction that occurs when one company purchases and gains control over another company. There is the term bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is when you start a business from scratch using your own resource and only your personal savings or existing resources instead of relying on a loan or investors. There is also the funding, which is the antonym of bootstrapping. Funding is when you raise money from external sources like venture capitalists and business angels, crowdfunding, or other type of investments. There is crowdfunding, which is funding a project or business by raising money from a large number of people who each contribute a relative small amount, and typically this is done via internet platforms. There is also the term business angel, which is a private individual, often with a high net worth and usually with business experience, who directly invests parts of his assets in a company or a highly growing private business. There is the venture capitalist, which is a private equity investor that provides capital to companies with a high growth potential in exchange for an equity stock. And the difference between venture capitalists and angel investors is that the venture capitalist is, in the majority of time, it's a firm and invests more money than a business angel. So there is the exit strategy, which is how a business owner or investor will liquidate an asset once predetermined conditions have been met. And this, to explain a little bit this, it's like you launch a software or a product, and you have a vision, like when a competitor launch another similar product on the market, I will sell my product or I will exit. So this is called a predetermination condition. So there is a unicorn, which is a privately owned startup business worth more than $1 billion. There is EPO, which is an acronym for initial public offering, which is when a private company becomes public by selling its shares to public investors, and this is through a stock exchange for the first time. Then there is a pitch deck, which is a brief presentation that gives potential investors or clients an overview of your business plan, product, service, and growth traction, and other information to let them to convince them about your product or idea or business. There is also the elevator pitch, which is a brief speech or a concise summary about your business idea with a delivery time of around 30 seconds, and it's called elevator pitch because it's mainly it simulates that the situation where you are with an investor in an elevator, and you should convince him with your idea before arriving at your wanted floor. So there is an early adopter or early user, which is a person who tries your product or any new product for the first time before most other persons or users. There is growth hacking, which is the use of creative and low-cost strategies to help like businesses acquire and retain customers. So I will take a little bit of break. So till now, Is there anyone who know all those terms? So let's continue. So there is the USP or UVP, which means unique selling proposition or unique value proposition, which is the unique benefits or the unfair value that makes your business or product better than the competition. So it's mainly it answers the question why someone will use your product instead of another product. There is the break-even point. This is the point at which the total cost of your business will be the same or equal as the total revenues of your business. Meaning there is no loss or gain for your business. And after that point, you start being profitable. So to illustrate that, here we have a graph of total revenues and a graph of total costs. And the break-even point is when your total costs are equal to your total revenues. Then there is the Ramen Profitability, which is making just enough money to cover your living expenses. And it's called the Ramen Profitability related to ramen noodles, which are the most basic kind of noodles. Which so it's used from that context. Then there is the A/B testing or split testing. So it's a way to compare two versions of something to figure out which one will be working better. Then there is revenue model or pricing model, which explains how a business plans to make money around time. Then there is the runway, which is the amount of time, mainly in months, where a business will stay having cash, and where a business it's like when you have like 10 months of cash, your runway is 10 months. After 10 months, you will be running out of cash. So your runway is 10 months of your business or personal area. Then there is the alpha product version, which is a step where the product is used and tested internally between the members of the team who developed the product. Then there is the beta product version, which is a step where it's like alpha, but it's tested externally with some beta users who are external from the organization. Then there is the proof of concept, which is acronym as a POC, and that's the feasibility study of your idea, and it answers the question: is my idea feasible technically? Then there is the MVP, which is a minimum viable product. It's sent to a version of your product with just enough features to be usable by early customers who can then provide feedback. So it's like the first version of your product that is usable by early users. Then there is product market fit, which is the degree to which a product satisfies a strong market demand. And to explain more of that, it's like for the product, we have targeted customers, and we have some requirements or underserved needs. And on the market, we have value proposition, we have a feature set, and we have a user experience around our product. So if we merge them, the common points between the product and the market, it's where we have our product market fit. Then we have our buyer persona, which is a fictional, detailed description of someone who represents your target audience. It's like if I have a product, by example, offering management of invoices for freelancers, my buyer persona is someone fictional that I will be taking from those targets, and I will be giving him like some specific details. Like I will say my buyer persona is someone called like Ahmed, with having 28 years and working in a company as a freelancer day by day as a developer. So I have a buyer persona. So in my mind, it will be easy to reach that customer after defining its profile or person. Then we have the sales cycle, which is the step-by-step process that sales professional like employee from the step of getting a prospect until converting him to a customer. Then we have some more terms which we won't have the time to define them, but you can take a picture of those and try to search them and go deeply on them, because they will be useful sooner or later. So we have the go-to-market, email outreach, lifetime deals, FOMO, which means like a fear of missing out, churn, prospecting, cold call, warm call, lead generation, payment processor, premise gateway, pricing tier till the end. Those are really important terms to know as a developer, because they will be mainly used sooner or later in a discussion when you are launching your product or in many upcoming steps in your future. And thank you. Do you have any questions? So, too much. So, you have, okay.